It's time for the movie rate, and tonight's victim is Erin Fitzgerald, voice actress that played in Ed, and Eddy, and countless video games like Tekken and anime, all kinds of stuff. What's going on?
Hey, not much. What are you doing? Oh, wait, you're doing a show. That's right.
I try. I have a couple of viewers. Oh, I got my third one this month.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. So
Slow build. It's a slow build.
It's a slow build. It's okay. It's okay. Those donations will be rolling in soon, guys. So what are we going to be doing this month of October? It's almost Halloween. You got anything going on? Anything planned? Anything you're going to be traveling? Any new stuff coming out? What's up?
Yeah, I'm going to a live theater show called Fake Radio where we perform old 1940s, authentic 1940s radio plays live in 1940s costume, and I'll be flying up to Portland to do a series of those shows in Portland for October. They're doing shows now, but they'll be. I'm going at least right before Halloween to join that cast and crew to do a live reading of War of the World, which should be spectacularly spooky and awesome. So I'm very excited about that. That's going to be super fun. Other than that, the life that you live as an actor is kind of Halloween all year round. That and the fact that I do play a lot of Overwatch, and I'm excited because Overwatch's Halloween event is going on. And I will be doing a lot of murder and some really cute Halloween skins.
Nice. So, like, all those voices in your head kind of argue with all the characters you've already been doing.
Exactly.
So we got any new releases that you did last year, or anything that we can actually look at right now?
Well, my range of work is so ridiculous that what hits for some people completely misses for others. The show I've been on years that's gaining traction is a little kids show on Netflix called Ask the Storybots. It's already won 3 Emmy Awards. The main character I play, is a big purple bot named Bo, but I get to play hundreds of characters with. It's just a really great fun show. It's super educational and super entertaining for both parents and kids, and I know how airplanes fly now, so that's amazing. So that's been the most bulk of work I've been working on, which is it's always exciting when you book a series and it still goes. They haven't canceled it yet, so I'm very about that.
It's like, just wait till I get my check, then you can cancel.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm in this motion comic series called Califia. It's been really cool. It's a comic series created by someone I know in town, and I love supporting independent artists and what their work is. And so that's been doing really well. I'm very excited about that, Califia. The Time Centuries, I believe. That's been dope. I'm in the new expansion pack for World of Warcraft, as it were. Just the regular stuff. Nothing big. Heroes of the Storm released my character from World of Warcraft in it, so now she's a hero in there, which is dope. And, there was that Blaze Blue cross battle at the beginning of the year, and they re-released Doc Hack, and they're re-releasing Catherine, and they re-released Dragon's Crown. So there's a lot of re-releases. Apparently this is my year of being recycled.
I wonder if you could boost bucks just for you to play that character in the game. I wonder if they get an additional $20 and you get $100 just because you're in the expansion.
You would think, right? No, they don't do that kind of thing. Well, Blizzard actually is incredibly cheap. You know what? I would be okay if Blizzard paid me in Overwatch loot boxes. I think I would be fine with that. Well, my rent wouldn't be, but I would be fine with that. Or Overwatch swag, I would like that. I'm not in Overwatch, let me just be clear, I'm just a huge fan of the game.
As performing, has it become more or less in a creative freedom? Has it become more limited to you when you're performing all these roles in different mediums?
Wow, that's a really interesting question. I don't know. I don't know what the real answer is. I can only speak for myself as an artist. I've been freeing myself up more. I just don't even know how to explain it. It's more like I can't be limited to what I'm limited to. Does that make any sense? Right now, the entire industry, I'm sure you may have picked up on this just interviewing people this year, the whole industry is like the wild, wild west right now with what feels like the complete implosion of cable and cable television and the mainlining of all streaming, specifically Netflix and Hulu, but and some Amazon. Now everybody's scrambling to create some sort of streaming something because everybody's canceling their cable. So because of that, content that's being created right now is chaotic, and it feels super insane right now to be a performer. Some people are working a ton, and some people aren't working at all. But what I have noticed for this year is everyone is creating their own content. Everyone's doing stuff that excites them and lights them up, and just ignoring the whole industry because we don't know where it's going to land. We have no idea what's going to happen in the next 2 years in terms of television, film, video games, anything. So we're just kind of like waiting to see how it all plays out, sort of a thing. Because of that, I'm given the freedom. So I've got this great series on Netflix that keeps me afloat. I'm working on a one-woman show that'll start performing in LA in January. I Twitch stream my video game play, and I have a whole bunch of content on Twitch because of video games. But I play video games I'm in, I play video games I'm addicted to. It's just a whole new world of just insanity. That's where I'm at right now. That's as honest as I can be about the freedom that I feel currently.
I can imagine it's just as hard as an actor, but as a voice actor, I can imagine being just as even more harsh because, you've got these companies who probably have even more higher expectations just to an actual network show, cartoon, anime, whatever. In my opinion, I think every voice actor involved in this should have something as a side thing, just generate a little bit of money because you never, like you said, it's kind of like a blind industry in some ways. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know about other people. I know I put myself doing voiceover for the last 20 plus years, and so my money has come and does come from voiceover, and that money gives me the freedom to pursue things like theater and Twitch streaming, which there's no money in theater or Twitch streaming really. So I get to just play. But if my job were to dry up, I honestly don't know what I would do. I have no idea. And in this wild west of a temperature, I probably should look for something on the side. I'm sure everybody else is. I know a lot of voice actors right now are just going back to their on-camera roots and getting back on camera just because nobody knows what's going to happen. I have no interest in being on camera again. I did not enjoy on camera. It's a different animal. I don't like the waiting around on set, whereas most people love the waiting around on set. I like the theater aspect of voiceover. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. I'm not sure. Sorry if it doesn't.
Do you think this art form, of course, voice acting's been around forever, but you think it's finally being reinvented in terms of where the actual voice actor can actually enjoy doing their work instead of other just being just work?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've always enjoyed the work of a voice actor. I've never felt like work to me. It's always been amazing. I've always loved it, which is why I ended up giving up on camera, because that felt like work to me. The voiceover always felt amazing and in my pocket and what I was built to do and what I was created to do. I really, really love the voiceover. I don't love having to constantly apply for jobs every day. The hustle of booking the work, it can get me on your spirit, but I have transformed my attitude on that over the last few years just by making that process just as much fun as the actual work process. So yeah, I have a lot of fun, and voiceover doesn't feel like work to me. It is a job, and at the end of the day when I'm exhausted, I'm like, wow, what did I do today? I'm like, oh yeah, technically I worked. That's why I'm exhausted. But when I'm doing it, I'm having a great time, and I'm using the talent and the gifts that I've developed over 20 years to the fullest of my ability, and so pretty good stuff. But I think anybody who's doing what they were built to do feels that way.
Yeah, and since you've been performing so many characters, motivation and energy can quickly drain. How do you manage to and refill that motivation?
Well, I don't do characters I don't love. And here's the thing, I just choose not to do anything that doesn't feel fun to me. I can say no to things that don't light me up, or projects, and usually it's not the characters. Characters are always fun to do, no matter who the character is. I never usually have a problem with characters. Sometimes I'll say no to be a company that I don't want to work with, a group of human beings that I find are unkind, or don't come from a loving place, or don't treat talent, respect, or dignity. That's when I find power of discretion and say, no, I don't want to do that, because that will be a miserable day. And so because I give myself the permission to say no to the human beings that are unkind in the industry, that has allowed me to attract nothing but really amazing people that I do work for. So I never have a problem with being characters. My creative imagination is stimulated all the freaking time. I can't stop. It just goes. I can drop in and out of characters all day if I want to. That's not a problem. I never lack motivation. I never lack creative inspiration. I'm surrounded by the top performers in the universe that only inspire me to do more and more and more and more and more. And when I watch somebody doing the best at what they're doing, it just inspires me to want to be the best at what I'm doing. That's effortless. It's only working with really, really selfish and grumpy people that can make things uncomfortable. And so I've been very blessed to be able to have the luxury of choosing not to work with people who feel that way to me.
Yeah, it becomes such a stressful work job for everybody. But the thing is, the biggest motivation, so to speak, for everybody, I know it's a cliche thing, but you treat it as a job, you make it as a job. But, and then they don't end up actually enjoying what they did. And then, okay, when's the next paycheck or whatever? It's like, it's understandable that this is the kind of, in any place. But, I mean, if you don't put, the actual heart into it, I mean, how are you going to play off this character and actually, show when people are looking at this? This is your work. This is your portfolio. This is what makes you money in a way.
Yeah, I don't ever have a problem with that. I don't ever feel like, oh no, I have to go to work today. That is never a problem I've ever had. I've always, even what some people would consider, doing automated dialogue recording, also known as ADR, can be a grind because it can be a challenging job in itself in terms of the technical aspects, but I even have fun at that. I really tend to enjoy that process too, because the humans I'm working with are fantastic, and we can laugh and enjoy ourselves, and we get into a pickle, we creatively find our way out of the pickle. Yeah, I generally don't feel any of this as a grind.
Yeah, and some of the shows that which you perform in, a lot of these are pretty well known and very well marketed and so forth, whether it's these well known cartoon stations or anything related to that. Do you think that when a show either changes its image or characters, even when everybody knows it already, or the tone of the show, do you think either the all safe or the all risky type form can be a benefit, towards its viewers or even its actors?
Well, that's interesting. I know that Monster High and Ever After High took a sharp left turn after the height of its success, and it was not to the benefit of either series or brand, unfortunately. And I think that did hurt a lot of people. It hurt the actors. It hurt a lot of people just because the company just went in a direction and kind of ignored where all the success was, and it's plummeted to non-existence. That was unfortunate, but up until it took the hard left turn, I had a great time, and I don't know why companies do that. I don't know why decisions get made to do such dramatic changes when a formula is hugely successful and doing really, really well. But, to each their own. People can do whatever they want to do. And somewhere, someone said, you need to rebrand, and someone said, great idea, let's do that. And then the lessons of cause and effect abound, and that's what happens. I guess those are the only two shows that I can think of in my career that I've been attached to where something like that happened. But I'm sure there are other shows where that's happened, and I've probably watched lots of shows where that's happening. What happened to the characters? What happened to the? I guess it's just when shows are on for a long period of time, and new chefs get put into the kitchen, as it were. The new chefs always want to put their stamp on things, which means dramatically changing things, and that's not to the benefit of core fan base.
Yeah, especially if they switch up not characters, but the actors of characters. Let's say if they were to replace one well-known person that's playing as this character for, let's say, 3 seasons, and they just replace them for whatever reasons, whether they quit, they got fired for other reasons because they weren't up to par on the recent season. It's a whole game changer for the other actors because now they got to revolve around this and accept the new changes. And imagine what the viewers think. Maybe some of them may not even be bothered with it, but sometimes it can be because you're changing a whole new thing that everyone's already used to.
Yeah, it's part of the entertainment industry at all times. Stuff happens. Creative change, things, life happens. Things happen. There's nothing you can do. I feel like as an actor, all I can do is count my blessings when I'm on something that works, and we all work together well. And I just sit to myself while I'm in the session and think, wow, I'm going to enjoy this for as long as I get to enjoy this. There's no saying what will, change things. You never know what's going to change things. But here's what I can guarantee. Everything that has a beginning has an ending. And all I know is, as an actor from the theater, you know that from doing long runs of shows, and you have an opening night and you have a closing night. And closing night's always a sobbing mess of having to say goodbye to your family that you've been with for such a long period of time. But that's just part of the whole industry. That's just the way it is. So whether you're in the theater, on a series on television, in an animated series, or even on a video game, things come and go, and you just enjoy it while you can. And that should be the way the audience approaches it, too. When you get something that hits your pocket, you're like, oh, my God, there's nothing like this is ever going to be made again. Enjoy it. Enjoy it to its fullest. Play the video game over and over again. Watch the series over and over again. That's your thing. That's your fan base. That's all you can do. You know what I mean?
Well, go ahead and plug in anything you'd like to promote, any dates, anything that we can check out now, any advice, anything you'd like.
Wow. Well, I love to promote my Twitch stream. That's something that I really enjoy right now because I love the video game streaming aspect of the universe and where that's headed. And you can find me on Twitch under my name, Erin Fitzgerald. And from there, you can pretty much find everything in my universe of, social media-wise, my Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all of that. I'm on all of those things. I have a lot of fun on all of those things. I have some new content that I'm creating for Twitch that should be really exciting. But I don't want to talk about it because I haven't run with it yet and found out if it's operational. Storybot Season 2 is now on Netflix. Ask the Storybot Season 2, which I highly recommend if you have little ones in your family, or even if you don't. It's very funny. It's really sweet. I'm in the show with Judy Greer, Fred Tatasciore, and Jim Meskimen. So it's a hilarious, brilliantly done cartoon. If you're an animator in any way, I recommend checking it out. The animation is on point. All the different styles. I hire a lot of different animation studios. Super excited about that. Oh, yeah, BlizzCon is coming up. So people who can't go to BlizzCon, I highly recommend the BlizzCon virtual ticket this year. There's going to be some great stuff coming out on the virtual ticket. And I'm doing a live kind of like hangout on Discord for those people who have bought the BlizzCon virtual ticket, just to chill and watch all the announcements and stuff go down. My one-woman show coming out in January. Mostly just follow my social media for announcements and stuff that I can't talk about now because they have not been announced yet. NDA stuff. So that's pretty much it, I think that's it. Yeah, thank you.
There you have it, everybody. That's voice actress Erin Fitzgerald.